Okay, so we're taking a look at Primetime Gates today. This is a deck built around Primeval Titan, which has just made its appearance into Historic with Historic Anthology 7. This is a 6 mana 6/6 with Trample, and it basically is able to search up 2 land cards, not basics, but land cards of any kind on ETB or attack trigger. So this is a pretty good card for getting things out, whether or not you're running the if you're running like utility lands, or if you're like us and you're running a bunch of guild gates with a Maze's End. So this is going to be your primary win condition. Obviously, Maze's End, a pretty old card by this point from original Ravnica, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Basically, this thing has the cool activated ability of being able to, for 3 mana, return it to your hand, search out another gate from your library, and then it'll check to see if you have 10 or more gates with different names at that point, at which point you'll win the game. So we're running a mana base that has basically a bunch of unique gates. We're going to search them out with a lot of different effects. I mean, obviously there's Prime Time, but we have Circuitous Route for 4 mana search for 2 gates. Explore, Growth Spiral allow us to make extra land drops. Arboreal and Kami allow us to drop things onto the battlefield as well. So we're trying to get out quick, and we're trying to get ahead of our opponent so that we can get to our proactive game plan and beat them. We also have Gates Ablaze as a way to remove creatures from the board. We're not really playing anything that we need to stick around on the battlefield, to be honest. And then one of our top ends is Atraxa. It's a way that we'll be able to refill our hand for a few cards, not that many. I mean, we're running Artifact, Creature, Enchantment, Instant Sorcery. So, not everything. We do have Planeswalker, so there is a hit for almost everything. No, actually, yeah, there's Enchantment. Yeah, so we pretty much have most things covered. With Enchantment just having like one hit, but you know how it is. This is not our main plan here. Other than this, the main game plan here is just put some lands onto the battlefield to get going. We have a Karn sideboard with Haywire Might to remove opposing 1 rings, a 1 ring ourselves. Then other things are pretty standard: Liquid Metal Pithing, Graph Digger, Cityscape, and Portal. All things that you've seen in other sideboards from me before. So with that being said, we are going to just hop into some games here, see what we can do with Prime Time, let him go off, see how good he is in Historic. Before we do so, if you want to support the channel, drop a like or subscribe if you're new. Helps me out a bunch. Let's hop into some games. Alright, here we go. We're in round 1. This does have a 1 ring and a Primeval Titan. I'm kind of inclined to keep this. We are on the play though, which is unfortunate. Looks like we're getting Thought Seized, so we'll see what they take here. Probably Circuitous Route. We're happy to get a 1 ring out. We're happy to get a Prime Time out. Alright, all these things make sense. So it's possible that we'll be able to get Explore down this turn. Nice. I will shock this in. And then I suppose I will do my Explore. Now, we are missing the blue mana for Growth Spiral. Alright, play this land. And if we draw an untapped land, we will have Circuitous Route next turn. Otherwise, it will be Arboreal Grazer. Just as a blocker. Another Growth Spiral, so I'll have to find double blue here probably. No hit. And so Circuitous Route this turn. And then next turn, either we cast Primeval Titan, or if they make us discard it, we'll do something else. You're setting up Crucius. That's fine. I'm thinking I won't block this. They could have Shieldred's Edict when I get my Prime Time out, and that would be unideal. We have 2 out of 10 lands for Maze's End right now. He discarded Fatal Push going Ambitious, okay. So we can get a Plaza out. Gain some life. Here's Circuitous Route. Alright, we're going to get 2 gates here. We definitely want one that makes blue. And, I mean, I guess I could do a Baldur's Gate. We don't really need that much ramp, though. It is nice to have, though. I could make blue and then have Primeval plus Growth Spiral. Okay, we want to attack. We'll just stick back. See what our opponent does. They know we have our prime time here. They could be saving up a Thoughtseize for us this turn. Let's do a gate count. We have 1, 2, oh, Plaza doesn't count. 3, 4 so far. I guess I'll take 6 this one time. Just want to play around the Shieldred's Edict. So 1 ring, interesting. I'm really not worried about that. Okay. Well, my opponent's getting a lot of value out of their Crucius. Would be nice to get a Gates of Blaze at some point. Alright, so we are just going to make some blue here. Alright, oh, actually, so this is not going to work out anyway, it's fine. Alright, so we'll get some lands out here. It'll be a Gate and Maze's End. So, Guild Gate, and let's get Maze's End, there it is. And we can put another Arboreal Grazer out to block. Okay, so now it's time to start doing some counting here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is our number. So if we move to combat, the opponent will be able to double trade with our Primeval Titan. We're definitely happy to do that. I think I'd much rather just double block with my Arboreal Grazers to keep my life total high and then just smash in for 6 and get the Primeval trigger. Harn is a thing that could happen. We'll see what they search for off of him.
I will not lose another friend.
As long as it's not something that kills Primeval Titan during my turn. Or during their turn. Yeah, Embercleave is a thing they could do. Kind of not expecting that. So it'll cost them pretty much all of their mana in order to get an Embercleave on. Alright, so it looks like we're going to need to block here. I'm not interested in making a Primeval trade, though it is kind of looking like... So I can get 6 mana back with my Primetime trigger. I can get double Plaza of Harmony. Unfortunately, that doesn't help my gate issue, though. I'm going to block like this. We're going to take 6? No, we're going to take 5. They're doing their math as well. I'm definitely not super close to it by any means. What I could do is... Oh, darn. Do they have something for this? Oh, that's brutal. Well, now I've got a lot of problems. They could have put 7 to my face, but they chose not to. Kind of need to draw Primetime here. Circuitous Root. It's going to have to be Growth Spiral, I think. We take 6. We're definitely dead to an Embercleave next turn. So we have to find a blocker. No, we do find a Primeval Titan. So this is going to need to chump block for a turn. And search up for 2 land cards, and let's see, we can put ourselves to 7. I believe if we Circuitous Root plus Maze's End, we're good. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. We get 2 gates now, 2 gates off Circuitous Root, 1 off of Maze's End, and we have them. Alright, sounds good enough for me. Gate, gate. And then we get to do a Growth Spiral just because we could even find another gate this way. Explore, that's something. Okay, so our opponent needs to kill us now. We can win the game in a turn. They're doing their math. So if they kill my Primeval Titan and get their attack in, they win. If they have Static Discharge, they win. So they have a lot of outs to win right here. We're going to have to hope to get lucky. And they have a 1 ring that can go for 3. So I'm perfectly happy making a block here. I'll take out Crucius at least. Happy to make that trade. Believe this goes on Blood Tithe Harvester? Or do they put it on Crucius? Well, that's kind of a surprise. This is all for 2 extra damage. Alright. So what happens now?
My grief fuels my
They don't have Liquid Metal in hand, so they're going to be a turn late on this Liquid Metal unless they have something that can destroy artifacts. Oh wait, this is actually smart. They can Liquid Metal my Maze's End. If they're smart, they do that. Okay, so they do know what they're doing. They'll have to do that in my upkeep before I can get my Circuitous Route onto the stack. Okay, so they're going to be... They did not hold priority here. Okay, so I'm going to Circuitous Route now. They should, in response, Liquid Metal me. Okay, so... This basically buys them 1 turn. I'm fine to let that happen. Okay, so we're going to get 2 gates. And now we have to hope that we've thinned our deck enough. Let's activate this Seek real quick. Just get a non-land real quick. Prime Time. Unfortunately can't cast that. We have to find 1 blocker, that's it. Or a Plaza of Harmony. Beseiju. This works. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so they'll equip Embercleave, and then I will, in response, do Beseiju. Okay. So we pass here. And so let me just do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so we're good if we can get a Maze's End activation on. Opponent goes down to 10, and we'll see if they can kill me here. They've had 2 chances. So yeah, this is definitely something that I could have always done is 1 on their turn. Kind of missed that out. This is a instant speed ability, so I could have done it right now in response to Liquid Metal Coating if I had held up enough mana. Alright, well, we'll see if we can still make it out of this. I think we have a decent chance. Now that we can remove this... Oh, right, that's a thing that can happen to Maze's End. Alright, well, Maze's End is gone. I think we could have won the game in response there. Okay, so here comes the Embercleave. I'm going to discard Beseiju, killing Embercleave. Alright, so we've made them whiff on that. And now we gotta hope that Prime Time can go the way. So they get in for 6 here. I assume they take my Maze's End, or no, they take my 1 ring. Okay. Go to 1. And now we just need to stay alive, pretty much. My opponent has a 1 ring that is hopefully going to kill them. Okay, so let's do Primeval Titan. We're going to gain some life here. Prime Time. Let's take action, and then we'll find our 2 Plaza of Harmonies, gain 6 life. Alright, so that is definitely something to do. We'll explore. And then we'll probably cycle our Scattered Groves here. Here's Atraxa. Atraxa is going to refill our hand for us. And all of a sudden, we do have our secondary win con of just having generally big creatures. I think another Atraxa is a good idea. Take an Instant and Growth Spiral. We get our own Karn, and we get a Gates Ablaze. So that's perfect. So as our land for turn, how about we do Otawara? Actually, no, let's keep Otawara open. This can be our land for turn. Alright. And all of a sudden, things feel pretty good here. We're back to 7 life. We have prime time for 3 more if it comes down to it, and an opponent has a 2-turn clock with the 1 ring. So even though we kind of bungled the Maze's End victory, we do have a shot here at it. Any attack that does not involve killing Atraxa first means I gain life back. So they're going to have to find it in these 5 cards. They might have. Here comes 5. I can't do anything about that. And do they have one more thing? Actually, they can just activate Hive, can't they? Ah, they got me anyway. Alright, so we actually played a pretty decent Plan B game plan here. Oh, nice. Orcish Bowmasters. So they'll kill me with the Orcish Bowmasters triggered off of my growth spiral. Very cool. Yeah, so like I was saying, we did a pretty decent job at getting the Plan A game plan out and on board. Unfortunately, I missed the line to win there, and there definitely was one. So good interaction to know about there with responding to liquid metal coating with your Maze's End activation. Definitely do that in your games. But yeah, otherwise we were able to put the Plan B game plan together pretty well, and Atraxa almost came out for us. So that's round 1 out of the bag. Let's hop into round 2. Here we go. Alright, here we go. It's round 2. See what we can do. This is a decent hand. We have 2 gates for Gates Ablaze, and hopefully a lot more coming from Circuitous Route. We're on the play 2, which is convenient. I think I'll probably just run with the Explore on turn 2 here. Do the best I can to ramp. Find second Gates Ablaze. Hopefully this is going to be useful in this game. Alright. So we're setting up for that turn 3 Circuitous Route. Sorry, that's turn 4 still. Oh, and we do have a Karn. That's interesting. Opponent showing just red mana. What is happening? Valakut Exploration. So this could be one of the landfall combo decks. This could also actually just be a mirror match with Primetime. Either way, pretty interesting to see. Let's go ahead and Circuitous Route now. We're just going to find some gates. 1, 2. And actually, I do need blue mana, don't I? So I need 1 blue mana, and then I'll take the Simic Gate, unless... That, oh, I already played the Simic Guild Gate. I'll take Izzet, I think, here, since we have Gates Ablaze. And we have our Jetmir's Garden here. So we have all colors now. This is definitely some landfall strategy. Very cool. Oh yeah, this is Gruul Lands. This is going to be a really fun deck. I'll definitely have to play this one for the channel. So they're running Nykthos, Rada, and Valakut Exploration as their way of winning the game. We draw our Maze's End naturally, which is convenient. They're not going to have the City's Blessing next turn, so I don't need to do anything about the Swordtooth. So I'll just kind of get locked in with this Gates idea here. So I think what I'll do here is probably just Karn here. We'll offer Karn as a sacrifice if they can get to 10 permanents. Otherwise, we get to have a 1 ring here. And if I think about this, are they going to care about Grafdigger's Cage? Probably not. Pithing Needle doesn't do anything. Haywire Might, not super useful. I think I'm probably just taking the 1 ring here. And let's do a land count real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ancient Green Warden. Okay, that's cool. I guess that Karn Minus would have been useful on our Graveyard Hate. So let's definitely say no to that real quick. This is double trigger on Valakut now. Love that. Lotus Cobra, Llanowar Elves. Yeah, this is some big mana Gruul right here. So, surprisingly enough, they are going to hit their Wayward Swordtooth right now. 5, 6, 7. So our Gates Ablaze does just wipe the board. So I think what I'll do is Gates Ablaze. Clear that out. We have 1 ring. We'll draw first with the 1 ring. And then we will see if we want to do a Maze's End, which the answer is definitely yes. We'll start looping our Maze's End here. We're getting all the gates out, and Maze's End will be my land for turn. Alright, so a couple of lands here does it. We're at 8. And it looks like now that we've cleared our opponent's board, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Cool. So we were able to take game 2. Let's hop into game 3. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is round 3. This is a pretty good rampy hand. I'm inclined to take it. Of course, we don't cast Growth Spiral, but it does give us some mana advantage. We'll hide the fact that we're on plains here and then wait till our Boreal Grazer comes down. The way that this is set up, we are going to have to play Plaza without gaining 3 life, which is kind of unnatural. However, if we do a Grazer, we can get this land out. And if I had done if I had played the forest into Explorer into Plaza of Harmony, I could have gone Arboreal Grazer, dropped a Gonjo. The only issue is that we just don't really have anything to do with 4 mana. Gaia's Blessing is interesting. I think I probably want to save these interesting lands, or these interesting channel lands, so I guess it is Plaza of Harmony here. And then it'll be Explore. Probably just play this as my next land, and then we have Channel Boseiju if we need to. Seems good. We like this. Shakedown Heavy, I see what we're doing. So this is probably Fight Rigging, which means that I'm going to probably need to Channel Boseiju on my next turn to kill their Fight Rigging. So we'll just make sure that on our turn we set up... Ooh, nice. Maze's End. That's huge. Let's go ahead and not attack. We'll end turn, and then we'll set a stop before combat on their turn. I imagine this is Fight Rigging coming down. I think I'm probably inclined to give them a card here. Oh, it's Questing Beast. That's different. Unfortunately, can't do anything about that. I'll probably just give them a card to take down Heavy. Let us take action. And I'll take 4 here. Oh, you know what I can do? I can freaking Channel Boseiju, kill Questing Beast. I almost missed that. That would have been sad. Okay, so we dealt with that just fine. Once again, we're still not able to play our Growth Spiral yet, but what we'll do is we'll save Maze's End on their turn to go find a blue mana source. And I guess we also need... Blue is the only color we're missing. We might want another red. Okay, so here's the Boseiju channel play. Alright, they'll hide away. They'll hide away something good. And then we will go ahead and get rid of that. Taking a while to think about it makes me think they might not have found something good. I think I'm still inclined to give this to them anyway. Alright, we'll Channel Boseiju. Kill Fight Rigging. They're going to get their land card here. We'll also get our Maze's End back, though, which is good. Ooh, okay. That's okay. Okay. So they get a land card out. They clearly do play basics. Alright, we'll move to combat. I'm going to give them a card here. And we're going to go ahead and Maze's End here. We want to find an Is It Guildgate. Is it Guildgate? Alright, go to our turn. Our land is going to be Maze's End. We'll Circuitous Route for something. I like Baldur's Gate, and I like one of the Seek Gates. That puts our gate count up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. And I guess we'll Growth Spiral into something on their end step. Again, I'm going to have to give them a card, which is annoying, but it's okay. It also kind of turns off their Castle Lochthwain, though I think they're at a high enough life total that they are okay to pay life for cards. I don't know if they're willing to pay 6 for a card, though. Sorin. Okay. Sorin +1 gonna deal some damage to me here. But other than that, I'm not super worried about him. His -9 sucks, but we are getting closer to our Maze's End win. Hopefully that will get us over the end. Alright, let's see what we lose here. 0 damage. Let's go. Glad we haven't been taking the damage from Shakedown heavy. Let's Growth Spiral. Darn. Let's go ahead and explore first. Alright, get 2 lands. Then I'm thinking Maze's End, and I can gate as well. So we'll just do this both on their end step. I'd be pretty happy to find a board wipe here. Gates Ablaze is probably ideal. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit Planeswalkers. We kind of need to just like amass our board in order to do something like that. Okay, this Vorinclex is now a problem. Now we really need our Gates Ablaze. So we do take 7 here. It is a 2-turn clock after that. Ooh, double Shakedown. They're going to start to get a lot of cards out of me here. Alright. Let's see what we lose here. This could definitely hit some sort of bomb. Palantir. Okay, oh, this is a Sorin Palantir deck. This is kind of a cool combo. They both kind of do the same effect. Okay, so we give them the card for this. Pass. Go to 11. And we'll Seek here. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Let's make a bunch of mana. Seek an online card. See what we get here. Growth Spiral. I think I'm more inclined to just get a Maze's End out. Yep. So get any one of these. I'll take a blue. Go to our turn. We have double Spiral. Yikes. We'll look for an Atraxa. And this is potentially good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8. Circuitous Route brings us to 10 next turn. So I can Growth Spiral now, look for something to stem me the bleeding. And then other than this, I'll just get ready next turn. Here is an Atraxa, that's exactly what we wanted. Atraxa gets to refill our hand. And let's see, we'll get another Atraxa since we already have everything that we need. For enchantment, Kami is our only enchantment. Let's not take any of the gates out of our deck. We'll take a Hall of the Storm Giants as land, get a Karn, and that's everything. This can be our land for turn, and now we pass. So now they have to deal with Atraxa. Even if they do, we just give them 2 cards for Shakedown heavy. And even their Sorin minus is not the end of the world. Okay, that does suck. Vraska minus. Yep.
Gaze into my eyes.
They could have almost -9 Vraska and then gone for the Proliferate. They make 18. Wow. And let's see what they can do with those. Unless they can give them haste, I'm feeling okay. We're going to definitely give them the cards off Shakedown and Palantir. And based on this board state, I think we have it. We give them a card. We give them a card. Do this. And then we give them a card for Palantir. We do not want to. We do not want to take the things off the top. Opponent will get to draw that card, and we'll get to go Circuitous Route into gate. For good measure, nope, not like that. Let's just do a count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 lands. I'll activate mazes. And, or sorry, 10 gates, that is. And we get to, hold up. 10 or more gates with different names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Plaza's not a thing. 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh. Well, here's an Atraxa, or what I actually could do is, oh, you know what? I'm not playing Platinum Angel. So, I will play Atraxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess I probably can't do this. I have to Karn and then get protection. So a little bit of an oopsie here. We'll go ahead and find our 1 ring here. Here's a 1 ring. We'll get protection, and now we get to go. We might as well do the Atraxa thing with Kami. So I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just go ahead and pass. And turn. So unless they can proliferate with Vraska right now, I think they have us. Or I think we should have them unless they can -9 with Vraska, then +1 on Vraska. So what I could have done last turn was circuitous route, uptick maze. The math on this deck is kind of annoying. Sometimes I forget that Plaza of Harmony, while caring about gates, is not itself a gate. While Baldur's Gate, which does care about the amount of gates, is a gate. How confusing is that? You should be able to get like a little counter on your mazes and that shows you how many gates you have. That would be a pretty good UI addition to this game. So our opponent's thinking here. Luckily that Karn has just enough juice with Vorinclex on board to go find a card out of the sideboard. That's like a pretty notable interaction. And our opponent might have conceded here. That is a surprise. I guess they don't have any way to deal with the 1 ring. So if they're just going to concede here, I will edit this and I will see you guys in the next round. Alright, and we got our win. Took a while. Yet another miscounting with Maze's End. When will I learn? Anyway, that was round 3. Let's hop into round 4. Here we go. Alright, it's round 4. Here we go. Okay, so we have Gates Ablaze if we can find a red source. 1 ring to keep us protected. We unfortunately have a bunch of our channel lands, which is not super ideal. I think I'm kind of down to keep this one regardless, though. Let's show not Gates. And I suppose this will be the Seiju into Explore. Playing Gates Minoborn, and so now we're going to have a 1 ring here, and we'll start to get going. It looks like Gates Ablaze is going to be pretty solid here. Get a 1 ring out. So now we're just praying for a red mana source. That's not terrible though, Arboreal Grazer's nice. Oh, interesting. This is kind of a cool one. Alright, so we take advantage here. Plaza of Harmony. We have 2. Oh, right. This one didn't give me life. Okay, so how about Otawara? Do I want to play that? I think I'd rather just get to 6 lands as soon as possible. So let's draw. We find a 3rd Gates Ablaze. We are going off in that regard. Arboreal Grazer. Put in one of the top lands. Plaza can be my land for turn. And then we have either Otawara now, removing the Primate, or we have Primeval Titan. So eventually I'm going to want to use Primeval Titan, or to find the red mana for Gates Ablaze. So with my 1, 2 gates right now, I can find a 3rd one. I'll probably just find 4. I'll make sure that I have 4. That should be able to kill this Primate. I think I'm ultimately feeling okay. I just want to make sure that before I have 6 lands, I crack off the Gates Ablaze. This Johnny's Pride Mate's going to get annoyingly big pretty quickly, though. I think Otawara will be a good one to hold up to bounce it. Yeah, okay. The more I think about it, the more I convince myself. I'll probably just bounce this Johnny's Pride Mate. Okay, interesting, sure. And are they going to activate Soul Stealer Axe? I see. Whips for 2, sure. Let's go ahead and channel now. Alright, so that goes back to hand. They have a clear board, and now we just get our prime time out. That's huge. We even have backup prime time for next turn. That is just nasty. So we have blue, green, black. We need white, red. So we'll find Boros Guildgate, and then one more that is red. Plaza of Harmony is pretty decent. That is just always a good card to have. And we'll go ahead and One Ring now. Find a Stomping Ground for turn, let that come in tapped. And now, if I do my count, we have 1, 2, 3. We can get up to 5 gates if we need to. So I could even Primeval Titan plus Gates Ablaze, which is just nuts. They're gonna go to my turn, wow. Alright. Here is it Guildgate? And I think we'll just probably go in with Prime Time. Swing in. Take action, we will find 1, 2. And the question is, I'm just gonna probably go in with another Prime Time. So we threaten both damage-based win con, and we're going to now threaten Maze's End. Though, yeah, I think I probably want to just grab Maze's End right now. I don't think they have a way to destroy this. Or I don't think they have a way to destroy my Maze's End. Gates Ablaze, can't do anything. Arboreal Grazer, I'd rather Growth Spiral to draw the card. And then this can come in untapped, so I can Growth Spiral again. We'll do it on their turn. I'll discard, one of my many Gates Ablazes. Opponent's got 2 turns left. They're going to have to put up a creature. Exile all creatures. Okay, sure. We still have another Prime Time, though. Let's go ahead and Growth Spiral into something. Hey, nice. We did indeed find a land. Well timed. And I guess we can just start doing something nutty with Karn. Maybe get... Let's see, are there any creatures to take? There are not. But definitely Karn is a thing. I'll just Prime Time here. Get 2 more gates, and we're just going to be pretty much almost home free here. Dimir Gruul. And if I do my math, we have 1, 2, 3... Oh, wait, sorry. The Stomping Ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8 right now. 9. So if I do my math correctly, this should win me the game. Let's see. And we've finally done it right. Math is hard, but we've overcome it. Alright, we ran right through our opponent. They definitely seem to have some sort of trouble here. They were sitting on board wipes for some reason and not playing their Johnny's Pride Mate. But kind of just took us a little bit to goldfish a win there, but we were able to do it. That was our round 4. Let's hop into round 5 here and see if we can put 2 and 2 together, or I guess all the building blocks together. It's a bit more two-dimensional than just a math problem. Let's hop into round 5. Here we go. All right, final round. Here we go. This is a tough one. We do get a Blast Zone pretty early. This has 2 essentially dead cards. Minimal card draw, but if we get lands, then Arboreal Grazer is kind of nice. Opponent showing the Brushwag sleeves. I don't know. I say we keep it. I like having 7 cards in hand. We're also on the play, so these Arboreal Grazers might end up meaning something. We'll see. Alright, got our Blast Zone in tapped. 2 mana on turn 1. Well, let's see what we can do with this. It is Elves. We're going to get the Explore here. Hopefully this is going to find us a land. And oh my god, it does. And not only that, it is red. I will have the center tapped. Well, we'll see what they ramp into here. Hopefully this is just elves, and eventually we draw a board wipe here. We're missing some gates in order to turn on Gates Ablaze, so there's quite a bit of work to be done there. We'll see if we can do it. Llanowar Tribe, they're definitely ramping into something big. Let's explore first. Nice. So we have 2 lands here. And I'm wondering if I should produce a blocker or not. I think it's probably unlikely that I need to use this Arboreal Grazer to get a mana into play. And if I draw enough cards later, I'll likely get into another Arboreal Grazer. So I think this is good as a blocker now. We're down to just let this fizzle. Primetime comes down with an untapped land, or in 2 turns with a tapped land. Either way, I think we're looking pretty solid. War Master, sure. Hopefully they don't have another thing to play. Darn, they do. So quite a lot of mana out of them. This is looking like 7. They could definitely just go big here with an Elvish War Master buff. That's even worse. They can just have Hoof next turn. Even a Primetime doesn't stop that. So I think... I mean, I can take out 3 creatures here. The 1 ring is actually huge, thank God. So gain protection from everything. And we even find a Plaza of Harmony. Amazing. Alright, we pass. So we have Primetime this turn. We can Blast Zone away their 1-drops, I guess. Oh my gosh. They're hoofing into 1 ring protection. That's beautiful. Alright, well, we live to see another day. Primeval Titan is probably going to have to be a blocker for Hoof. Alright, and hopefully that was just my opponent getting a bit too eager there. We survive. Boseiju doesn't really get to kill anything here, so that's probably just going to need to be a land. Here's Primetime, and are we missing a color for Atraxa? We need white, don't we? That's a bummer. So this will have to go find white unless I can find a white here. Cannot. So here's Primetime. White and Baldur's Gate. Boroskill Gate will do. No attacks. We just have to sit here and block. Hopefully they don't have another Crater Hoof. Alright, well. Can't be too mad at that one. We did call it right off the top. We're going to take our 60 in stride here. The 1 ring came just at the right time. Primeval Titan, unfortunately, is not as good of a blocker as the 1 ring is. Okay, so that was our final round. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Definitely some moments to learn from here. It's definitely hard to count all those lands, so, you know, in a tournament setting, you got to kind of be on one to keep everything in order. But with that being said, it's a fun deck, and it's a fun new thing that we can play in Historic here. I am very excited by them printing some more powerful cards into Historic. Obviously, Primeval Titan has a long and storied modern history, and it's cool that we get to play it here now. So definitely, if you're not getting the Historic Anthology 7, I would definitely recommend crafting some Primeval Titans. A lot of cool builds coming out with this card as of late. I think Landfall is going to be making a little bit of a resurgence here, so look out for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by dropping a like or subscribing if you are new. With that being said, hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.